So, for an arc melee build, we've got the main character, Gifted Conviction, which makes it so when you activate your two moves, the Slide Melee and Ascension, which is holding your class ability, you throw out explosives that jolt people and give you damage resistance. So you can just keep doing it back to back to back because they refund each other in your arc subclass, where Gambler's Dodge, doing your class ability, gives you back your melee charge or ability. And then Combination Blow is your technical melee ability, but it's where you get kills, and it stacks a times 3 damage boost. So it'll say it like at the bottom of your screen, somewhere around like here when you're playing, right above your super and stuff. Combination blow times whatever. Uh, and that is the melee, where sprinting, sliding, and then using your melee, your powered melee, does the uppercut, like arc staff jolting deal. So then for aspects or whatever, fragments, you can kind of run whatever you want, but I like using the Ionic Trace bonuses. So, defeating jolted people, um, does the old bolt charge, Ionic Trace stuff. They're kind of hand in hand. The defeating targets with that creates them, and then picking them up gives you a charge, sometimes two if you're amplified. You're going to be amplified all the time from doing your two moves, basically. Um, some resilience is good. You're amplified all the time, so you get times two bolt charge. It's good for like the seasonal artifact or whatever. It's not really seasonal anymore, but the Tablet of Ruin. Yeah, defeating guys makes orbs of power. Orbs of power are good. They give you all those bonuses that you put on your armor down here, like your arc surge for your weapons, and all this other stuff. Keeps your stuff longer. It's good to have any of the mods that keep your armor charge longer and also pick shit up when you're doing your class ability because you're always making orbs and you're always doing your class ability, so you're just like, I'm him. Um, yeah, I did some stuff with some melee here where like two melee fonts adds technically 40 points to your melee stat when you have an armor charge. So basically, my melee is at 90 almost all the time. And then combination blow is the times 3 when you've killed 3 things with it, and you're just doing it all the time. So you're doing like 90 times 3. So your damage does some crazy shit with melees when that starts happening. Plus, you can rock one of these. This is like a Baka technique right here. The 1-2 punch on the spread shot hand cannon, because it's an infinite ammo shotgun basically, but you get 1-2 punch where you just shoot twice and then your melee damage is increased by another 75% on top of whatever you're stacking, which is fucking ridiculous. So you're just like 1 or 2 tapping extreme yellow bars on really difficult content. Um, that's a perk that's usually with shotguns, but since this is a hand cannon, it uses primary ammo, so you don't have to worry about picking up special ammo, and it lets you use something like an exotic for your special ammo, which is good. And I'm just rocking this because it's like intrinsically good. Meleeing guys with uh, the glaive front gives you this like extra damage um, perk. Yeah. So you get this like extra damage perk, and it shows up as like these little squares that are like hovered right over here above your super bar. It'll show you like how many times you've meleeed consecutively to get them, but you don't have to fill them up all the way. You can melee a couple times, get like 2 or 3 of them, and then when you shoot the gun, it's a fusion rifle. It takes away one of the blocks, being like you used an extra damage for that instance of shooting. But it's a fusion rifle, so if you go to Tablet of Ruin and have particle reconstruction, this is where consecutive fusion rifle and linear fusion rifle damage gives you a weaken bonus to those types of weapons. So you're doing like even more damage, bro. It's crazy. And then basically you just want all the arc stuff. Everything in here is like very much strand, and some weird special stuff, some ability stuff, rockets, but you're gonna go for all the arc stuff. So like in the third tree, you want this because it'll do the old bolt charge and jolting, and that adds an additional healing factor to you because you're already jolting everything and doing a bunch of bolt charge based on your arc subclass. Um, and then, second tree in, you're just going to go for more bolt charge. I like to throw a little special ammo in there, some intrinsic elemental pickups and orbs of power and stuff that match your super, which is arc, would be the ionic traces, which is all happening in the background already. Gives you some nice bonus to getting your super and whatnot. Defeating them heals you again and makes orbs of power. So you're just making a fuck ton of orbs and you're healing. And every time you run over an orb too, you heal also. So it's just like, pff, awesome. You're good. You're rocking. This is a nice little perk too. I think it blinds people. Yeah, so every time you're doing shit, you'll notice them like trying to kill you. You're just like, but what if I did this thing and you had to cover your face the whole time so you can't shoot me? But it only works on people right next to you, so you kind of just have to be like this bang bang wahoo like jump shoot man, jump spin man, and you're good as long as you keep moving. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You can add some super bonus or whatever orbs you like or ammo finders. For this, I think weapons is probably really important to have the highest. After that, maybe class, maybe melee. If you had melee really high, if you could get that to 200 using your little bonus fonts here that cover 40, um, you could get it to like 160. You'd be doing some super duper damage with that. You'd probably just one tap like everything, and the AoE would also one tap it. And then you got your slide melee that's enhanced by the 1-2 punch here. Um, you can rock anything in that like heavy slot, whatever you like, but I prefer benefiting from the fusion rifles perk that you got there. Uh, the precision instrument is really good with the artifact perk because the more precision damage you do, the gun does more damage, but then also the artifact perk will let you do more damage the more you do, so you're just like stacking on stacking with that. Plus you want to have like stuff for your champions here, so I've got unstoppable, overload, anti-barrier, so I'm kind of covered on all fronts there. It's just an all-arounder, good build, good survivability, good damage. The only thing it's really lacking is that super. We tried that the other day. It was like, I don't know, 3,000 for the super. It's like, bro, really? What the hell? Fucking Blade Barrage is like 23,000. So, if you're DPSing, probably solar is what you're gonna want to do. But this is good for like the conquests. So yeah, yeah, that's it, buddy. That's all.